Hey, good morning, everyone. Troy and Jody here from Barefoot Acres. Sorry if you see us looking around. Got a beautiful butterfly here in Greenhouse 1. Just cruising around. It's the first one I've seen this year. But it's really cool. It's middle of February, and it's
gorgeous.
It's a gorgeous day.
It is beautiful out today.
I just told Jody we're gonna have to keep this video kind of short because it's really warm in this hoop house.
Yeah.
So a lot of changes have happened at the farm. If you were here just last October, we just had frames up basically for these hoop houses. And if you look, obviously you can see in here, this is our greens house that has just been flourishing. You know, one of the things that we learned hosting the Farm Where You Live event was build your community. And just that day was huge for us from a community standpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about this hoop house, I had triple the amount of soil planned in here.
Right.
If it wasn't for
Leon Sloan.
For Mr. Leon, man, what an amazing guy. If it wasn't for him, I would have overbought a bunch of soil, we'd be pulling a bunch of weeds. And he said, no, guys, don't do it that way, do it this way. This is the ways of the past, and it's gonna save you a lot of work in the future. And that, between build your community and a message like that, just kind of stuck with us. So over the last few months, we've just kind of really pondered a lot about the farm. And I've grown a lot with the farm.
We love the farm, yeah.
I'm addicted to the farm.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
But I went from not giving a care in the world about the farm, of yeah, you do your little farm thing that's cute, to I hate to go anywhere to buy food unless we can buy it off of another farm or our farm. And it's completely 100% changed me. But it also made us reflect heavily on the ways of the past. And throughout our 3 years of going on right now, we've had the opportunity to build our community a little bit and work with some organizations, some companies out there that truly embrace the ways of the past. And you know, not only from building techniques and growing techniques, but from how we interact with one another and how you take care of your customers, not caring necessarily about getting the big payment, but rather getting them as repeatable customers, so that you kind of grow together and end up ultimately becoming a bigger community, or as we kind of like to call it sometimes, a family.
Right.
And some of these folks that we've worked with have, I won't say quite literally, but almost literally have become family. And so big announcement for 2023, Barefoot Acres is now part of a bigger organization.
So excited.
We have joined forces with a few other companies and in an organization called PD Heritage Company. And PD Heritage Company is a group of like-minded companies that is really focused on the homesteader, the farmsteader, living a sustainable life, but also making sure that our heritages stay alive.
It doesn't even have to be a homesteader or a
No,
farmsteader.
yeah.
A lot of these practices, if you will, a lot of things that we do, you can do in your backyard. You can do on a quarter of an acre. You can do on your back patio, quite honestly. You can do it on whatever scale you have to work with. It doesn't have to be 50 plus acres.
But even more than that, with these other groups, we found that they have resources too,
Yes.
even beyond what they do,
Right.
which ties you into an even larger community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you can tell that we're pretty excited about this. And here's what it boils down to. Of the companies that are with PD Heritage right now, there's everything from a sawmill, Deming Family Tree, to a structural builder, cabins, farms,
Pole barns.
pole barns, pens for your animals, fencing, the whole 9 yards that falls under Hemlock Enterprises. And then we've joined them with Barefoot Acres because how do we fit into this? Well, we've got all the plants, the vegetables, and all those things that so many people today are looking for to ensure that they're sustainable and having that food supply
Right.
coming into them. While I'm absolutely passionate about the farm side, my passion in no way compares to Jody's. I mean, this is her baby, and more than anything, I think you found that you love teaching.
Yes. Yeah. I love when the kids get in here and they get their hands dirty, and we do a worm class, and the kids are all like, ew, gross, my hands are dirty. But they reach right in and grab those worms, and they play with the worms, and then they put them in and let them do their thing. So, yeah, I love
And how's that
having kids.
evolved to the adults now?
Well, a lot of beginner gardeners are coming to the farm here to just kind of
We just had a couple.
look around. Yeah, we had a couple that came out a couple weeks ago, looking for some inspiration, and they wanted to play with the baby animals because, let's admit, they're the cutest things ever.
there.
But they were looking for some inspiration, and one of the things, they live in a subdivision, one of the things they talked about was, I want to have raised beds in the backyard. I want to have the ability to grow like now, where the weather just fluctuates so much, but we can't have a hoop house in the backyard. Nothing can be seen over the fence. So my passion there is, okay, build some raised beds, create a raised bed garden, and
then make a hoop house out of it.
make a little top, a little greenhouse hoop house top for it, if you will, and there you go. Now you can start your growing. So just to kind of
a mini hoop. A mini hoop.
yes. So just to be able to bring what we're doing here down to your backyard or your side yard or your patio, whatever scale you want to grow on. Love to come in and just kind of be that third set of eyes to just give you some ideas, help you out.
So it's super exciting to be part of a bigger organization. We've kind of dabbled in what direction do we go and how do we get there. But what we realized is we can't do everything. We don't have the skills to do everything.
We don't have the time to do everything.
And then there's that. We don't have the time to do
We don't
everything.
have the time to do everything.
But what has happened is, like I said in the beginning, we've worked with some folks that have inspired us. We've had the opportunities like having Farm Where You Live out here to have like Joel Saladin and Billy Bond with Permapasture and William and Michelle out here, and the opportunity to talk to them and get sucked into their podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That has just inspired us to keep going and keep growing. And then to share our growth with others. But since we are small, we had to build our community.
Right.
We've had to expand some of our thought process a little bit of not trying to take on everything. But with all that came this incredible opportunity to be a part of PD Heritage Company.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
So a lot more will come out about PD Heritage. For now, check out the Facebook page. Again, that's PD Heritage Company. In the meantime, a little bit of news about our farm. We're growing. We added American guinea hogs against Billy Bond's wishes. Yeah, they're super slow grow. They're fun pigs. The cool thing about them is they eat off the woods, and they are almost, I won't say they're self-sufficient, but they're pretty close.
They're
to
pretty easy.
We got into Michon hogs in December, a little quicker than we anticipated, because we ended up having a couple litters of piglets when we weren't expecting pigs to come to us pregnant, which is great for you if you're a homesteader looking for some piglets. We have some. We've had some new baby goats on the farm as well. A couple of those baby goats are going to be going up for sale soon. They're weaned, but we want to give them all their time with their mama that they need. And as you can see, we're growing like crazy in our hoop houses. This hoop house is pretty full of greens. The next hoop house is some succession planting.
Yeah, that's round 2 of most of these.
This will be coming out soon. Jody has hundreds of vegetable started that we're going to be selling in some local places like
Mhm.
Neighborhood Nursery.
Yep.
But we'll also be selling them off the farm. You can get your produce here at the farm.
And at the farmer's market.
We'll be doing the farmers market again this year. Last year was an incredible experience out at Fountain Inn Farmers Market.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that one kicking up again. But we're also adding a whole bunch of educational classes, and I think the classes are going to be huge because they're going to be even more intentional classes. So whether it's a field trip for the kids, some kids classes, or some adult learning, everything from bees to building, we're going to be bringing some of those classes out here to the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see a schedule come out on those here shortly. Exciting times. Now, the only not so exciting time for me is we're not going to open up our adventure side this year. It's what I was passionate about coming into this. The farm has really kind of consumed me, taking over that passion side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also driven me to a point of, wait a minute, there's some things that we can do a little bit differently on the adventure side.
Yeah.
That makes it even more intentional and really ties it into the learning structure that we want to have here at the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we're going to be making some changes. We'll be working with our builder on that portion, so that, you know, come 2024, you guys are going to see changes on the adventure side. Farm remains open. We're still growing like crazy.
Okay.
We have a bunch of events planned for this year. Our first event is March 25th.
Yep.
From 11 to 2.
Our spring market and Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg hunt.
That's fun.
Our very first Easter egg hunt.
That's going to be fun.
So we learned about the Easter egg hunt with South Carolina Agritourism Tour. We were down in Conway at a farm there that does an Easter egg hunt. Very different than what we'll do, but it was really super inspirational to us. We reflected back on the fact that, you know, in 2020 during COVID, we had a trick-or-treat trail here, and how cool it was to have the community out here for that, and, you know, have a really low-cost event.
Mm-hmm.
So with that inspiration, we went out and bought thousands of eggs.
Thousands
I
of
didn't
Easter eggs.
tell Jody how many thousands I was buying till the boxes arrived.
Thousands.
So we just moved those boxes out here. They'd taken up our dining room for a week or so. Had to clean them out and get company coming.
Yeah.
But so we have an Easter egg hunt. It's going to be split up into 3 different age groups. We'll have the Easter Bunny out here. I think you have around 30 vendors so far signed up for that event.
Yep. We have a face painter, and we have a bounce house. And then, like Troy said, the Easter Bunny will be here for pictures. So it's definitely something. Tickets are required for the Easter egg hunt, not the spring market, but for the Easter egg hunt, and they will not be available at the gate because we want to have a proper head count ahead of time. So please, please, please get your tickets. You can find that on our Facebook page. You can find the link to buy the tickets, and I think on our website too. But
And if you get the tickets early, I might actually buy some more eggs. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Yeah,
I
you
probably
did.
shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah, you did.
And then last year, because we had such a big event, we had 2 big events in the fall. We didn't do our typical farm festival here.
Fall festival.
I'm sorry, fall festival. That's coming back.
Yes.
We totally missed that. Having kids out here trick-or-treating, just the whole atmosphere of that event, that was a miss for us, and we're sorry.
Yeah.
That was something we should have kept on, and
Yeah.
we didn't do it. But
Doing it again.
we're doing it again.
Yes.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
And that's kind of really what we have reflected on the last, I don't know, 6-7 months,
Mm-hmm.
is reflected on bringing back.
Yeah.
When you think about heritage is the ways of the past
Mm-hmm.
that you keep passing on to the next generation, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
That's not a direct quote, so don't go, looking up Merriam-Webster and bashing me for it. But that's kind of our interpretation of it. That's why we're so excited about being part of PD Heritage.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're so excited about building our community and our network, our ability to teach others and to drive others to even much smarter people than us, because that's where we get our inspiration from. Is those
I'm not smart. More experience.
more experienced, just somewhat smarter. Maybe not than you,
Sometimes
but
we're smart.
no, we can be smart
We can be smart.
ish. But it's a super, super exciting time. I know some people are like, what? What's wrong? You're not opening up your adventure side? There's nothing wrong.
We're not going anywhere.
There's nothing wrong. It's
No.
just a matter of we want to do some changes
Mhm.
that reflect a little bit more of the direction that we want to go. And then we can tie in some intentionality from the ropes course to this other piece rather than having two separate pieces.
And also, rather than putting us on a time crunch, we want to make sure that we have enough time to
Yeah, good point.
go through the ropes course and decide, okay, this is what will go good here. This is what will go good here. And just really, again, just instead of rushing, we want to be open for you guys. We want you guys to come out and get up on that course and have fun. We love hearing, when I'm over in the building or I'm even up here in the greenhouses and we have groups out in the woods, I love hearing the screaming and the laughing. And
But the bottom line is we are going to be open.
well, yeah, not the ropes course.
We have the barnyards open to
Yep.
visit. We have nearly 2 miles of hiking trails.
Yes.
If you haven't hiked our trails,
Yeah, come on.
hike them.
Bring your lunch. We have a picnic area.
But-
you can just come hang out.
But hiking the trails is what sold Jody on this property,
Yes.
or at least the original trail.
Yes.
Because when you hike our trails, on the backside of the property takes you back to a beautiful spring-fed creek.
hmm
And once you get back there, it's almost like the world changes.
Oh, it's like nothing. You are miles and miles and miles out in the middle of nowhere, but you're not. It just feels that way. And it's so quiet. It's so peaceful. It's my favorite place on this farm.
Yeah, especially when you get out to Bed Beach. That place is just magical.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But come out and see us. We're open. Like I said, things are changing. You're going to see updates to our Facebook page, Instagram. Our website's going to be completely redone. Hopefully, we'll announce some other big changes coming up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll announce some other big changes coming up here in the not too distant future.
Very soon.
And
Very soon.
I'd like to welcome all the rest of the businesses that are already under the PD Heritage Company umbrella.
Yes.
And thank you for letting us be a part of the organization. We look forward, I can say from a high level PD Heritage Company, looking forward to all the companies being able to share their knowledge,
hmm
whether it's a type of wood that you want to buy for this type of structure, to here's going through a design process of building your cabin, your off-grid cabin, your modern cabin.
Or just a pole barn, or an
Pole
animal
barn.
shelter, or hay storage.
Right. It's just it's such a great fit for us, and
Yeah, we're excited.
can you tell?
We're very excited.
Yeah, we're definitely excited.
But can we wrap this up, because I want to pick some of these grains and have a salad for lunch.
Well, we need to wrap it up because I'm sweating,
Yeah, that too.
and pretty soon you're going to see the smiley face
Yeah,
happening here.
Yeah, but I'm hungry.
So, all right.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening. Visit us at on Facebook, Barefoot Acres SC,
Instagram,
Instagram,
or here at the farm.
BarefootAcresSC.com
Mhm.
for our website, or come out. We are in Fountain Inn, 181 Barefoot Acres Way. We're about 10 miles south of 385. If you're coming from the highway. You guys have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day.